What's up? Welcome everybody to the video, to the channel. As you can see from the screen, we are going over Ethereum today. I'll be doing a price prediction / analysis on the Ethereum blockchain. And today, from here, you can see that we are up 2.44% on the day. It's a bullish day for Ethereum. It's been set up kind of a bullish week, to be exact. And in this video, I'm just going to be breaking down the price action and give insight on ways we could have taken advantage of this bullish push and what's to come in the future and how we can take advantage of those moves as well. Okay, so if that's something that you're interested in, stick around and let's get into the video. So on the daily, we see we had this very strong bullish push yesterday, right? Let's go on the weekly. You can see, like I said, we had a very bullish week. Right after price seemed to have found support at this level, printing a bullish pin bar to the upside, and this could almost be seen as a morning star, except the morning star pattern, this candle will be closing up here, right? We still got one more day. Price could still do that, right? But it's one more day, so a lot would need to occur. But I would say that what I'm seeing on the daily is we are in a bearish trend, right? Because you see we have a lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, right? So what we need to pay attention to now to determine if Ethereum is once again on its bullish uptrend, we would need to see if it's still in a downtrend, we would need to see if this is a new lower high that Ethereum is forming that could possibly push back to the downside. Okay, that's what I think which could occur here, and let's say it doesn't happen here. Ethereum could still push up into here and still come down, right? But for bulls, what can happen on this chart that would say, or what needs to happen that would have me saying that Ethereum is once again on a bullish uptrend? That would need to be price breaking above structure to the left, which is this lower high, right? So with that price break, okay, I'm thinking now we're possibly in a transition phase from downtrend to uptrend. And what I would need to see to confirm that transition would be this break of the most recent lower high, printing a new higher high, and then some sort of higher low being printed. Right? That would confirm that price was in a downtrend, broke the downtrend, and has now regained or transitioned to an uptrend. Right? But that's a lot. That's a lot to occur. Right now, we just see what's happening on the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, we are in an uptrend. We are in an uptrend on the 4 hour, but we are in a downtrend on the daily. Okay, and higher time frame movement takes higher precedence than lower time frame movement. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is we are at resistance on the 4 hour. So don't be surprised if we get either rejection, continue down to the downside, or at least a retracement off of this zone. Okay, price could possibly do that and continue upwards, come up to the most recent lower high or the most recent structure, or price could do that, double top and come down. These are all possible plays that can occur. So our job as traders and / investors is to just be patient and wait for price to tell us which way it wants to go and to take advantage of those moves. But if for a day trade, first of all, this is not investment advice. Disclaimer, like, do your own research, do your own analysis, trade your own analysis. But what I'm seeing is we are at resistance. We've playing around this resistance for a while, and when the daily candle closes in about 2 hours, if it closes like this, it is a high probability that it's a good chance that we could start a retracement cycle. Basically, because we're at resistance, higher time frame is in a downtrend, aka the daily, and we've been pushing up for a while, and price could kind of use a retracement. To be fair, that's not to say that the uptrend on the lower time frame, like the 4 hour and the 1 hour, are done, right? But it's just to say that we could be possibly retracing to put in a new higher low to then further the move to then further the move to the upside. Okay, so for traders, that's what I would be waiting for. And let's say if that don't occur, I probably wouldn't enter the trade. But let's say price does push up, it's the same analysis. For me to get in, I would need some sort of retracement and support found with entries into the upside. If it doesn't do that, I'm not taking the trade. And for bears, something similar can occur. But what I would need to take a bearish trade, well, it's kind of not that much, but I would need like some strong, basically bearish entry reason off of resistance right here. Maybe a double top, a thick bearish engulfing candle, right? Simply because on the daily, we're in a downtrend, right? But I would only take that, honestly, looking at this bullish price action on the daily. For a solid move, I would probably need to see price like moving a bit sideways at this area, showing that the momentum has slowed down, and then a break below, let's say this forms support here, some sort of break below that area, right? Just because price can do so many things to trip you up, man. I know if you watch my videos, you be thinking like I require a lot, and yes, I do, in particular, right? If you like I said, trying to limit the risk as much as possible, and sometimes you can't, right? Sometimes you gotta just pull the trigger, but when I can, I try to. Okay, but to be fair, it does look more bullish than bearish on the lower time frames, but we are at resistance, so this could be a good time or area where price can just boom and continue the bearish move on the higher time frames. Okay, and this price being at resistance can coincide with what I said with the next weekly candle after tomorrow closes, after this weekly candle closes tomorrow, giving us some sort of wick rejection first before we get our bullish candle, and that can line up with us being at resistance and pushing somewhat initially to the downside before continuing to the upside. So everything lines up, right? It's just our job to analyze it and move accordingly with the direction of the market. So that's the analysis. See you guys tomorrow.